Diaries. Today I am here with my friend Hannah. Best friend Hannah. And today we are going to do a little back to school advice. Right now we are on vacation at the beach together.
Yeah.
So I figured we'd film our video and make her debut like we just said. Let's get started. First one is a good first week of outfits. So this is really important because let's take a first impression. First impressions are really important. So
And you want to show your little change over time, over the summer for people who haven't seen
yeah, when you get back, you want to be like, wow, she looks good.
Dang.
Yeah.
But also, be careful because a lot of people make a big emphasis on the first day of school and maybe the second day of school, but then everyone starts kind of getting in the swing of things the third, fourth, fifth day. But if you keep them going, or even bring out your better outfits the third, fourth, and fifth day when everyone else is just kind of like, all right, I'm chill, back to school, you're going to be standing out like, dang, she's still looking fine.
With that, be adventurous and wear what you want to wear because it's a whole new school year, and it's okay if you've changed over the summer, your style has changed, something like that. Embrace that and show it off. Don't be afraid that people are gonna think you're weird because you changed or whatever. It's okay to change. It's just not okay when it's bad change. Number dos. Practice your first week of hair and makeup over the course of the summer. Plan it out what you're gonna do, your looks and stuff, and then practice it because when you wake up on the first day of school, if you wake up late or something,
or you're really nervous, you're really
and you're just
out.
Trying to do it, but something's not working. Do it where you have it perfected. So that morning when you wake up, it's not a big surprise.
Yeah, you should be used to it. And if something goes wrong, you can easily, you should be adjusted enough to the hairstyle to be able to change it. So first day of school is not your time to try something crazy new out and I want to try this cool new look and see how it works, because
I think that's something people overlook. They plan their outfits, but they don't plan their hair and their makeup, and then that's when people are freaking out. I remember the first day of 9th grade, my hair looked awful because I didn't plan it out and I tried to curl it with a new curling iron and it just did not work.
So do something you're comfortable with. If you have a new style you want to try, bring that out 5th day of school, 2nd week of school,
Yeah.
But if you want that first day of school good impression, just do something you're comfortable with that you've been working on and you're still confident with.
With that being said, I would never try, if you've never done a cat flick eyeliner, don't try to do that the first day because you're going to spend all your morning. I tried a new look the other day and it literally took me 45 minutes to get it semi-right.
Little tip, the weather. Check the weather for the first day of school. The worst thing you could do is want to straighten your hair and
or put it in weight curls or something.
Yeah, and it's hardcore raining.
So, and it's just gonna ruin the fall.
Or super humid. So don't do something like that. Check the weather, and it's fine if you have to wear your hair up in a pony or something. You can figure out a cute way where the humid's not gonna totally mess
humidity.
it up. Yeah, humidity.
The humidity. Number 3, find out who has the same lunch as you. That's the worst when you walk into the cafeteria and you're crap, I know absolutely no one. Or at least you don't see anyone you know first thing. Message people, DM people, find out who what.
This year I had a really late lunch, and it was it was a new lunch, so it was not a lot of people had it. So someone tweeted about it, does anyone else in the world have 5th lunch? I replied, 4 other people replied, and now we all sit together every single day and we're best friends, and I had no idea who they were. Just knowing we had the same lunch and we weren't completely losers, we could be losers together and sit together and become best friends was really good.
Yeah, I didn't know who had my lunch, so I sat with the same person every single day, and it was only one person for the entire year.
The first day of school seriously can set up so many, the rest of the year for you. So if you want to try, sitting with someone that's a little cooler than you or whatever, or someone you think you could be really great friends with, but you're just not, the first day of school is the best day for that because that's when everyone's getting into these weird changes, You can't get into October and then be oh, I wish I was sitting with them. Mm-hmm. Too late to try it out.
Number 4 is set up yourself to make good friends in classes. If it's open seating and you don't have assigned seating, sit with people who not necessarily look like you or dress like you or things like that. Just people that you at first impression think would make good friends, good potential friends.
I don't know about your schools, but in our schools you may not know the person, but you know about them, you know who they're friends with, and that's how you can sort of see where you're gonna fit in that class. And another tip with that is a lot of times you have like your best friend is in your class, or your best friends are in like 4 of your classes, and you start yourself off with them and you just like click yourself off with them and don't talk to anyone else in the class. And I think that's one of the worst things you could do, because you get to a point, if you have a lot of classes with them, you get really annoyed with them, and then you haven't made any other friends in the class.
Yeah. Worst thing is that next year you might not have classes with those people, and if like you're planning on just clicking yourself off with those people, then you're kind of stuck, because you might not be able to do that next year.
Yeah, and it's totally fine to have a best friend or a few best friends, but you just have to make sure
branch out.
You have a best friend, and you can also make other friends in that class.
Yeah, talk to other people. Last one is number 5. Don't be afraid to be yourself. If you walk into school on that very first day and you're pretending to be someone you're not, people are gonna think that that is who you are for the rest of the year, and you're stuck with that person that you aren't, and like that's no fun for you, and like people will see right through you eventually. And it's just like, be yourself, because that's how you're gonna make real friends that you're actually going to get along with.
In the past, I had like that one class where it's like don't really talk to people in, or you're just like not really yourself in. And that all starts from the beginning of the year. I'm like a super loud person, super out there, and like if I'm not like that from the beginning, then I'll like, if I'm like closed off to myself, then that's kind of how it's expected to be like the whole year,
No, yeah, I have like a great example of that is like I was in my math class and I had like no friends in it, anything like that. And I was just always really quiet, and by the end of the year I had like a class with like 2 of the girls in there, and so by the end of the year I kind of talked a little bit more, but like the very like last couple days of school when we were just sitting in there doing nothing or whatever, I got into like this really big conversation. I was like talking to my teacher, and I talking to like people I'd like never talked to before, and they were like, wow, we didn't know you actually like knew how to talk, like you've literally never talked in this class. And I was like, wow, I wasted my year being miserable in this math class. I probably could have had a lot more fun if I had just talked to people. So just like be brave that first like week of school, and you can make it through the rest of the year.
And all I can say is after the first week of school, it's gonna get better. I remember, the first week of school is when you have a lot of like, it's when you have a lot of like, oh, I wish I was in my classes as last year. I wish I was with the same people, but
I wish I didn't take 400 APs.
Exactly, but I remember last year I did not have like any of my best friends in any of my classes, and like the first week of school I was like, okay, like I'm just not really I'm not really getting close with these people. But as the year goes by, you just get in experiences and situations where somehow the whole bond is formed.
Yeah, like you're forced to talk to them. Like I made one of my friends in my math class because I was forced to do a project with him, and I was just like, hey, and eventually like we became pretty good friends. Like I don't like have his number, like we're not super close, but like we talked and stuff.
The chances that there's gonna be someone like you in your class, or someone that wants to be friends with you and get along with you just for being yourself, are pretty good.
Because like we're just high school students. You've all got something similar, and it's that school and it's that class, and you can talk about that. And like a lot of people the same age are interested in the same things, you can find something in common eventually. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, I would love it if you liked down below, and maybe comment a tip for getting back to school. If you're on a tablet, you can subscribe somewhere up there, and if you're on a computer, you can subscribe somewhere down there. Follow all the social media links in the down bar below. Hannah's will be there as well as our outfit thingies. What is it called? I hope you've had a fantastic summer and are ready to get back to school.
Goodbye, thank you.
That was good. I'm just reiterating it because like if you walk into the